It can feel like iPhone apps may have broken our brains and sometimes cause us mental health problems, but don't worry, Apple's gonna help us by making another app for mental health. Well, at least that's the latest buzz, because the Wall Street Journal reports Apple is working on a journaling app that would help you log your daily activities and your daily thoughts. It's said that this app could be shown off next month at Apple's Developers Conference, WWDC, and maybe this is going to be built into iOS 17, so every iPhone user automatically is pushed to use it when they update their phones. That's bad news for some developers of current journaling apps, such as Day One or Daylio. But it makes you think, why does Apple want to launch a journaling app when we already have apps out there to log our daily lives? Is Apple giving us one more thing we will love to do on our iPhones? Or will notifications about journaling be one more thing we're going to ignore? Let's go through what Apple could do here and why the company is making a bigger push into health. I'm Bridget Carey, and this is One More Thing. We all know the iPhone is an amazing tool that can do almost anything. I need it for reporting and for staying in touch with people and balancing life as a busy working parent. And yes, despite all the ways that the iPhone makes me a more efficient human, my lizard brain gets easily addicted to the swiping and the scrolling and the dings. I need the iPhone, but the iPhone also makes it hard for my brain to focus on the right things. The other day, I got so fed up, I turned off every single notification. And sure enough, I ended up totally missing work messages where my boss asked why I was not at our meeting. Yeah, sorry, boss. iPhone broke me. Doesn't really cut it as an excuse. So it's not always easy to just turn off the noise. I have to regularly tell myself to put the phone down when I'm trying to have a real moment with my family. There are very clear times you just know that the iPhone isn't healthy for the brain. That said, I really think this is why Apple is on a mission to help you think of the iPhone as something to make you a healthier human. So you can think of the iPhone as a tool used for more than work and entertainment. Because after 16 years of the iPhone being on this planet, you don't want customers associating grumpy thoughts about your product and looking for a change. Apple has been slowly working its way into the conversation around health. We have screen time monitoring tools where you can limit how much you use a certain app. The Apple Watch, it's telling us to get up off our butts and stand up throughout the day. I like how when I'm just getting the kids ready for school or doing the basic commuting to work, I am getting cheers from my watch for moving a lot. Woohoo! Thanks, Apple. And this watch is also pinging us to take time to meditate or telling us to take time for a walk. That's because the Apple Fitness Plus subscription service has this audio library. It's called Time to Walk, where you listen to famous people talk about things while you walk. All good for the brain, right? Journaling could level up things in a few ways. Health experts say keeping a journal can help you create order when your world just feels chaotic. It's about dedicating time to thinking about your daily thoughts and feelings to de-stress and wind down. But not everyone may use a journal app the same way. I don't do traditional journaling because, frankly, I'm a little frazzled and burned out, and I barely have any personal time to take care of myself or even just catch up on TV shows, so spending the night writing about my thoughts doesn't feel like a useful way to spend my time. But it is possible that Apple could make this a simple journal app, even just so you can reflect for 1 minute before bed. Sort of like filing away your day's memories to clean up the brain clutter before you power down. I started tinkering with the app Day One to understand why anyone would want to journal. And on the most basic level, it has these prompts where you can add a photo and a note about what you did for the day. I found myself actually liking how I had to pick just a few highlights. It helped me reflect on the beautiful moments with my kids, or I got a snapshot of the best parts of the day, or a snapshot of the hardest work victories I had. That's because stressful everyday life stuff can cause you to forget what really matters. Now, other times I use this app, I found that Day One helped me remember things. If I logged a shot of my show, like this show, I can quickly file away what outfit I wore so I didn't repeat it the next week, or I can keep a log of the topics I'm covering. But by having this woven into the iOS operating system, it could make suggestions of what to include in your notes automatically, even keeping track of people you meet. The Wall Street Journal says that the iPhone could autofill out a lot of your habits. It could have something called all-day people discovery that would log when you are meeting up with friends outside work. I imagine you could log when you commute into the office or log when you visit a cool restaurant and make it easy to look up things again when your memory needs a little assistance. I do see potential hiccups in the usefulness. For example, I do not use my iPhone's calendar or mail because my work has me on Outlook. Maybe there will be some blockades from getting it to truly give you the best suggestions of what you did in the day when you're on different systems. I imagine it could also log workout days if it's tied to the Apple Watch, or it could be used to log your diet if you need to keep track of what you eat. In the end, each of us may use a journaling app in different ways. Some people may like spending time recording their thoughts, and some of us may want to just get reminders of what we were doing to feel less scatterbrained. The report says that all the data is going to live on the device to stay private, and that could lead people away from using outside apps when they already trust Apple and the iPhone with their privacy. The one weird thing, though, about all of this is how journaling apps like to send you pings to remind you to journal, making it yet another thing in your life that distracts you back to look at the screen. And if you keep putting off journaling, is it one more thing that pops up every night to remind you that you're not doing mental health good enough? I already got the Duo Bird on my case, and if you use Duolingo to learn a language, you know what I mean. But Apple would need to make documenting seamless so it doesn't feel like a chore. So having an iPhone means you can create a nice journal or record of your days without thinking too much about it. Imagine if we just wore something on our bodies that did the documenting for us. Maybe some sort of augmented reality headset that could just be our eyes and ears. Something you could walk around with. Oh no, Google was ahead of its time. Glass is going to be the future, isn't it? Well, aside from reflecting on our days, let's reflect on where this goes next. What is in it for Apple beyond journaling? Maybe Apple takes all this data and uses artificial intelligence to be a life coach. Bloomberg is reporting that Apple is researching a motivational coaching service that can use AI to make suggestions to improve your exercise, your diet, and your sleep, curating wellness plans for users. Today, sure, you write down your activities in a journal. Tomorrow, Siri is going to be giving us life hacks to do it better, but don't count on that happening in June. Bloomberg says it could be a year down the line, or maybe longer, if at all. Let me know in the comments how you would use a journaling app, or even if you would want to use something like this. And if you've never journaled, go ahead and try out day one. Then leave a comment or come and find me online to let me know what you think. We can revisit this when WWDC is here, and we'll find out what really is announced on June 5th. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching.